In the fuel hauling industry and in the trucking division, we do not have brokers. Yes, us fuel haulers don't have to deal with brokers and the headaches of brokers. Now, if you're a fuel hauler and you're watching this video and you actually work with a broker, let me hear you in the comments, because I would like to, first time ever, hear of a fuel hauler having to deal with a broker. I've been hauling fuel for almost a year now. I've been hauling jet fuel and propane, and let me tell you this, we do not talk to brokers. We have customers to talk to, and we tend to these customers. And yes, we do have a fuel surcharge from the customers as well. And actually, it's not the customers who dictate the price. It's us, the carrier dictates the price, sort of. We give us a bid and how much we want to haul it for, and it's the customer's choice of accepting the load or declining the load. Well, in terms of, I'm not really accepting the price or declining the price for us to transport his product. The jet fuel side of things, I live in South Carolina. I haul jet fuel. There's a constant war with fuel haulers for jet fuel, who can haul the cheapest and still make a profit. We got a lot of competition. So some days, some weeks, I may have hardly any jet fuel loads to pull, and some days we're really busy. It all depends how many flights come out in and out of airports, and it also depends how much the price of fuel is. Now, the cheaper the price, the more work we're gonna have, because airlines are not dumb. They see the price of fuel dropping, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna order as much as possible before the fuel goes up so they can maximize their profits. And yes, there is no brokers involved. And guess what? Our fuel surcharge ain't trash either. When I did over the road, which for the most of my career I did over the road, and at one point I tried being an owner-operator, I had a printout from the broker itself, and I looked at the fuel surcharge, it was like $5. I'm like, $5 for fuel surcharge? What the heck? Isn't it supposed to be like a couple $100? At over the road, they're lying to you. There is no such thing as fuel surcharge. I haven't seen it. If you've seen it, I want to hear it in the comments. But I haven't seen a real fuel surcharge over the road. Down here, fuel surcharge is a thing. And also down here, if you have detention time, the company directly charges the customer, not the broker. So it is easier to get detention time at what I'm doing right now. Now, of course, you don't want to ever abuse detention time, because say you had a truck breakdown or something happen while you're unloading and use that as detention time. That ain't right, and the customer may actually dump you because they don't want to go back and pay that much in detention all the time. And our detention time ain't cheap. We get a lot more detention pay than most of the over-the-road like carriers and owner-operators. And since we do not have to deal with brokers, we have one customer for propane that we have a personal number with. I'm not going to disclose information about this customer, but I will tell you that he tells us how many loads he wants in the week. He keeps us updated how busy he's going to be, or he's going to be holding back. Now, we don't dictate the price. He talks to the company with that. But since we have the phone number of the customer, he lets us know if we're going to be busy or not. And we can negotiate with him if he can wait if our truck broke down or something happened. Like, for example, if our truck breaks down, we can say, hey, this load's going to be late by a day because we're trying to get another truck out and running, and you're going to have a little delay. And he's like, fine, I'll slow down my trucks from filling up, from taking propane out of my tanks, and you will be just fine. So yes, that is the benefit of not having to go with brokers. And also with the benefit of not having to go with brokers is the fact that our rates are a lot higher than over-the-road drivers. Fuel hauling industry is where it's at right now. It used to be level with over-the-road, but now it is, actually over-the-road used to pay more, but now fuel hauling is where it's at right now, because we don't have no cheap broker dictating the price. We dictate the price and what we think is good for this market. Now, keep in mind that if the prices of the loads do go up, our rates are going up too. And if the price of loads are going down, our rates are going down too. Now, and on the other side, which can hurt and not hurt us at the same time, even if we're busy, is that if the prices of fuel go down, so do the fuel surcharges go down. Now, if the prices of fuel go up, the fuel surcharge goes up as well, and we actually make more money than we spend on fuel when the prices of diesel and stuff go up. And on the other plus side, dispatches rarely bother you, and also brokers never bother you. Now, if you're a fuel hauler, like I said, comment if you're actually using your broker. But fuel hauling, like jet fuel and gas and propane, we don't have to deal with all these brokers. It's directly the company booking your loads, giving you loads. And I have, since I quit over the road, I have never ever gotten a call from a broker, unless by mistake, which actually happened. A broker from the job where I used to work at thought I was still working with that company, and there was another Eddie working at that company, and he thought it was me, and he kept calling me. He's like, when are you gonna get there with the load? I'm like, buddy, I'm sorry, I don't even work for that place anymore. I don't know where that guy is at. You better call the company and say you need a different number for a different Eddie.
Not canceled.
Guys, I'm Eddie B.
2004 You're live. This particular package.
Driving a temp in the 6 Series.